Most couples do not end things with a dramatic fight or a single betrayal. More often than not, relationships fall apart quietly, slowly, and in ways that are easy to overlook until the damage is already done. You might look at your relationship and think everything is fine, because nothing is obviously wrong. But that feeling of fine can be deceiving. Sometimes, the most dangerous threats to a relationship are the ones you never see coming. So here are 7 silent relationship killers that most couples ignore, and one of them might already be affecting yours. Number 1. You have stopped being curious about each other. When did you last ask your partner a question you genuinely did not know the answer to? Not "how was your day?" or "what do you want for dinner?" but something real, something that made you lean in. Early in a relationship, couples are endlessly curious. They want to know everything about the other person. But over time, many couples stop asking. They assume they already know their partner completely, and that assumption quietly builds a wall between them. People grow and change. Your partner today is not the same person they were 3 years ago, and neither are you. When curiosity fades, so does genuine connection. The fix is simple, but it requires intention. Keep asking. Keep learning. Treat your partner like someone you are still getting to know, because in many ways, you always are. Number 2. You are physically present but emotionally absent. You are in the same room. You might even be sitting right next to each other, but you are somewhere else entirely. Maybe you are scrolling through your phone, replaying a stressful moment from work, or just mentally checked out after a long day. This kind of emotional absence is one of the most common silent killers in long-term relationships, and it is so easy to miss because nothing dramatic is happening. Your partner is not being yelled at. They are not being ignored in an obvious way, but they are not truly being seen either. And over time, that feeling of invisibility adds up. Quality connection does not require hours, it requires presence. Even 10 minutes of genuine, undivided attention can mean more than an entire evening spent together in separate mental worlds. Number 3. You have let appreciation become an afterthought. Think about the last time you genuinely thanked your partner. Not a quick thanks as you walked past them, but a real, intentional moment of gratitude for something they do. For a lot of couples, appreciation quietly disappears as the relationship matures. What once felt like a gift starts to feel like an expectation. Your partner cooks dinner, handles the bills, shows up for you when things get hard, and eventually all of that becomes background noise. The problem is that people need to feel valued. When appreciation disappears, partners start to feel taken for granted, and resentment begins to grow in its place. You do not need grand gestures. You just need to notice and then say so. Number 4. You avoid conflict to the point of avoiding honesty. Here is something that might feel counterintuitive. Couples who never fight are not always the healthiest ones. Sometimes the absence of conflict is not a sign of harmony. It is a sign that one or both partners have stopped being fully honest because honesty feels too risky. You swallow the small frustrations. You let things slide because you do not want to start something. And on the surface, everything looks peaceful, but underneath, unspoken feelings are piling up. Those unaddressed truths eventually come out, and when they do, it is rarely clean or calm. Real intimacy requires the courage to say the uncomfortable thing. A relationship where both people feel safe enough to be honest, even about hard things, is far stronger than one where the peace is kept by keeping quiet. Number 5. You have stopped growing as individuals. It might sound strange, but one of the quietest ways a relationship dies is when both people stop investing in themselves. When personal growth stalls, couples can begin to feel stagnant together. You run out of new things to bring to the relationship. Conversations start to feel like reruns. The spark that once came from two curious, evolving people sharing their lives begins to dim. A healthy relationship is not two people who have merged completely into one. It is two individuals who continue to grow and then choose to share that growth with each other. When you invest in your own passions, goals, and development, you bring more energy, more perspective, and more life into your relationship. Number 6. You use humor to dodge vulnerability. Laughter is one of the greatest gifts in any relationship, and couples who laugh together tend to bond deeply. But humor can also become a hiding place. If every serious conversation gets deflected with a joke, if every moment of emotional weight gets lightened before it can land, then real vulnerability never gets to happen. And vulnerability is how people truly connect. When one partner always reaches for a punchline instead of an honest feeling, the other partner eventually stops reaching out at all. It is not that the humor is wrong. It is that humor used as armor keeps people at a safe distance, and safety and distance are not the same thing as closeness. Let the serious moments be serious. Let yourself be seen. Number 7. You have quietly stopped choosing each other. This one is the most subtle, and perhaps the most important. Every single day, couples make tiny choices. They choose whether to engage or withdraw. They choose whether to respond with warmth or with indifference. They choose whether to prioritize the relationship or let it wait until later. In the beginning, most people choose their partner instinctively because the feelings are strong and everything feels new. But as life gets busier and the relationship gets more comfortable, those daily choices start to happen less consciously. You stop actively deciding to show up. The relationship becomes something that exists in the background while everything else moves to the foreground. And slowly, without any single dramatic moment, the distance grows. Choosing your partner is not just a feeling, it is a practice. It is something you do on the ordinary days, in the small moments, again and again. Relationships do not usually fall apart all at once. They fade slowly, through habits we barely notice and patterns we never question. The good news is that awareness is where change begins. If any of these hit close to home, that is not a reason to feel discouraged. It is a reason to pay attention. Have you noticed any of these patterns in your own relationship? Have you or your partner been guilty of any of these quiet habits? Let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts. And if this video helped you in any way, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more content on psychology and mental health. As always, thank you so much for watching.